We're about to play a game not necessarily called, but it is already called Awkward. And we're back. It's in the name. Why Pete of all people? Kill Pete strategy. Duh. Exactly. Kill Pete is the strat. Fuck buns. Hottest buns. Hot buns. Marry Mallory. She's my best friend. Mine is very different. Alright. Interesting question, guys. For our next question in this round. You don't want to marry Chatty Warbucks? I mean, I don't need to, like, Chad. Can I call you Chad? I know you're kidding. I just think it's funny. I was just gonna be like, you know what, like, I can't marry Chatty Warbucks because, like, Chad's one of my best friends. But, like, at the same time, calling yourself Chatty Warbucks makes it sound like I'm marrying you for your money, which is obviously not the thing to do. Come on, Chad. Come on. Alright, for our question. Next question. What type of person would I rather date? Someone who is well-dressed, A, or someone who is well-traveled, B. A or B? Put your answers into chat. Let's go. I'm just trying to make a pun. I know you're trying to make a pun. I appreciate it. It was a good pun, Chad. I appreciate it. Well, Sebi, picking A doesn't necessarily have to mean that B isn't an option still. I say picking someone who's well-traveled. You can still travel with that person too. It doesn't mean that they're done traveling, I think. Like, also being well-dressed doesn't necessarily make the person any better. Being able, like, having some sense of, like, world discovery or, like, getting out of your hometown and, like, opening your mind a little bit more, also a bit better. For our next question, since the age of 10 years old, have you ever peed yourself? Since I was 10, or, wow, just, way to just like gut punch, absolute gut punch, absolute gut punch. A is might have, B is no. I like that everybody's spamming chat before the question's even, like, been ready to put in. Go ahead, put your answers into chat, guys. You gotta do it again. You might have done it once, but you gotta do it again. That gives away the answer. No, what if I'm just reading it in a certain way, Zadris? I just think it's hilarious that this game's actually asking questions about whether or not I've peed myself in the last 20 years. A lot of people think you're pissed off sometimes. That's not the same thing. No. Of course you have. No, people were so eager, like literally eager to answer this. You guys are trying to pick up on things that have not actually happened. Yeah, so like, way to assume, because of the way that I react to the question, that that is my actual answer, because... I never actually thought that this game would ask whether or not somebody's peed themselves in the last 20 years. Or however many years it would have been. Not even like a little dribble? dribble sounds like that was more of like a possible thing for men. Like, no, I fully make it to where I need to go. I usually pee before I leave the house. Long road trips, there are definitely pit stops somewhere along the way. Not cheating, no name. This is answering the question. For the next question, what's the worst subject to joke about during a best man's speech? The mother of the bride or the groom's ex? Which is the worst joke subject to talk about during a best man's speech? The mother of the bride or the groom's ex? See both? The mother-in-law can be the ex? I wouldn't know about that. I wouldn't know that. Yeah, straight up yikes is absolutely yikes. I'm saying the mother of the bride just for the fact that, like, she's in the room. I genuinely would hope that no best man would ever think to talk about an ex-girlfriend from that part. Like, you could make a lighthearted joke about the, yeah, like, you also can't mention the ex, but, like, in general, like, I mean, what's the point of even, like, thinking about having the ex be in, like, the best man speech ever? Like, it doesn't seem like it would be a thing. Who wants me to be their best man? Oh, God. I know you would. I know you would, Games a lot. Alright. If I found a $20 bill on the floor of a shop, what would I do? Hand it in or keep it? Thanks, Sebby. Yeah. If I found $20 on the floor of a shop, what would I do? Hand it in or keep it? Side of the road, keep it? In a store? No. On the floor of a shop, would you keep it or would you hand it in? Keep that shit. It's only $20. Steve understands. Who's handing that in? You just made $20. Exactly. You just made $20. No, that 20 bucks is mine. We keep it. Nobody's saying that that 20 bucks belongs to the store owner. That could literally have fallen out of somebody's pocket. What $20? I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. Anything under 10K I'm keeping. Okay, $10,000 is a lot of money. We've got Game Solo T at 25% with Hippo at 25%. We're going backwards this time. And then we've got Steve and Chaotic and No Name at 50%. And Zadris at 75%. And Zadris with a good point of also saying, if it's important, they'll go back for it. Correct. This is the complete opposite. It happens. It's the way that the game gets played. For our next question, do I like to talk about my personal problems? Thanks, Steve. Yes or no? Do I like to talk about my personal problems? A or B, yes or no? Put your answers in chat. We got some A's, we've got some B's. I don't like talking about them. I'll talk about them, but I don't like talking about it. You don't actually hear about all of my personal problems. That's the thing. You hear about some problems, but it's not all of the personal problems. Hell no. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, that doesn't make for good TV. Here, let's sit and watch me hang out in a onesie, complain about my entire life for entertainment value, and play games. How does that work? How does that sound like a better stream? Like, I talk about work problems all the time. That's work. That's not a personal problem. If I had started talking to you guys more about my personal problems, you guys would know way more about me than you would have ever thought about in your entire life. What are your personal problems? Oh, Hippo, please. Yeah, sister problem. That's a family issue. That's not a personal problem. Different definitions. That is entertainment. We are more than just followers. We are your friends. I know, I love you guys. Okay. For our next question, I don't think I've answered this one before. Do I still wear any clothes that I bought as a teenager? A, yes. B, no. Do I still wear any clothes that I bought as a teenager? Thousands of dollars down the drain. You know, we're like, Hippo, I yell about things all the time on my Discord. But such is life. They are now called comfies. No. Anything that I probably have from when I was a teenager has absolutely been donated. No longer in my wardrobe, no longer in the existence of the good hair. I'm 39 and I still have a shirt from junior year of high school. I ended up using my gym t-shirt from high school as like a DIY thing for a friend's birthday and never wore it ever again. It's not something I'm saving, Steve. It wasn't something I felt like holding on to. For our next question. Oh God. If someone has a terminal illness with no chance of a cure, should they be told they are going to die, or should they be given some hope? If someone has a terminal illness with no chance of a cure, should they be told that they are going to die, or should they be given some hope? A is let them live with hope. B, tell them the truth. A, give them hope. B, tell them the truth. Have a good night, Hippo. We'll see you later. Yeah, it would be cruel. You're not wrong, Zadris. Yeah, everybody agrees. And it's very weird to me in this moment that I get this kind of question. And it's not anything that's happened recently, or I guess it would technically be recently because it happened in the last year. But what my other sister, who nobody has seen because she's not on, like, she doesn't live here, she has a family and has been having children and just had her most recent daughter, who is happy and healthy. My last niece was supposed to be born and living a healthy life last September. And she was born with Ohtahara syndrome, which is a very rare form of child epilepsy. And it is so rare, in fact, that it has it is so drug resistant. So my niece, or my previous niece, basically was alive for the better part of 9 days at Sick Kids and taken care of in that sense. So, like, being able to see my sister have her other child is a blessing, and it went perfect, and we are happy and healthy and everything is good. It is very terrible, and it was like, it was hard, but like, we're all on the other side of it, and it's great. It's just a roller coaster of emotions to even think about. So, like, yeah, it's always better to just, like, even if somebody is, like, fully cognizant of the rest of their life, it is always better to tell the truth and just, like, give them the idea that needs to just live with that honesty. But to move on to our next question, which of these do you wish you could be? A, lighter, or B, taller? Yeah, Steve, drug-resistant epilepsy is very interesting to even hear about. Like, even having that just, like, brought onto the plate was just odd. Yeah, it is a weird question, Spanish Baldwin. Let me be both. I don't be both. Like, why not both? Let's just be both all the time, every day. Just let me be both. It is a weird question. But yeah, I picked A, lighter. Lighter and taller. I mean, you can be both. As a 5'7" dude, definitely taller. As a girl who is 5'6", I don't want to be taller. I can reach all of the things that I need to. If I'm lighter and I don't look any different, that'll be good, like, my back health long term? I think so. Back health will be totally fine. So for our current matchability, we've got Zadris at 78%, Steve and Spanish Baldwin at 56%, T-Kane at 50%, and then No Name and Chaotic at 39%. For our next question, if you saw a homeless person stealing bread in a shop, would you report them to a security guard? Would I report a homeless man stealing bread in a shop to a security guard? Yes or no? These scores are looking like my English essays. Perhaps. A or B. Snitches get stitches. Yeah, Chaotic, it happens. Snitches would get stitches in this case. Imagine snitching on a homeless guy. So are you a Karen? Do you have security guards in grocery stores? Apparently they're... Oh, hi, Gando. They hang out in a security office monitoring the whole place. But no. Yeah, let the homeless guy have the bread. Let the homeless guy have the bread. I'll let them take more than bread. Not in Norway. Homeless people are welcome here. Yeah, apparently it's just a thing in the North Americas. We have greeters at Walmart. You also have security people hanging out in an office and secret shoppers and stuff like that. That's a very real thing in the world, or like in general over here. For our next question, it is, do I think I'm attractive? I mean, yes or no, do I think I'm attractive? Do I think I'm attractive? I don't know, guys. How are we figuring this? Steve, you can't just smash that one button. We have to take in the current outfit. Are the answers yes and hell yes? Apparently it's yes and no. I think I'm attractive. I don't think we've said this isn't a thing before, but like, of course No Name has to be a traitor, but that's fine. No Name's okay. And we have our final matchability, ladies and gentlemen, with Zadris at 83%. No Name is at 42% on the other side of the scale. We've got Spanish Baldwin and Steve at 67%, and Chaotic with 54, and T-Kane at 62. Nah, man, I'm sure you look great. Yeah, I think I look great. I think this is cute. Oh, being realistic with yourself. Oh, you're talking to No Name. That's fine.